What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of La Liga Career Mode. This is episode number 15, and we're starting today's episode off on the back of back-to-back losses away against Mallorca and at home to Bilbao, ending our slim chance of European football for next season. But one thing's for sure, whilst it has been a tough first campaign, this lad is definitely not finding it tough to adapt to pro football whatsoever. We got a really cool graphic. I don't think I've seen that before. Glowing debut season from Antonio Villar, chasing the assist title, likely to win it now. And I thought ending the season off on the back of 1 win in 5. Let's celebrate something, shall we? Let's celebrate something. How about Antonio Villar getting a well-deserved pay increase and a big bumper contract extension too? Yeah, he only asked for $2.5 grand a week, and I was like, Antonio, don't be so bloody modest, mate. You deserve a lot more than that. And I talked about it before. There's no need for me to offer that contract, but it's a lot more realistic. This kid, based on what we see in the start of the season off, would be regarded as, at this point in time, probably the hottest talent in Spanish football, and certainly one of the best in European football. He's got an abundance of assists. I'm probably going to win the assist title as a 17-year-old in La Liga, and he's only played half a season. He's also chipped in with a few goals and, a couple of big moments as well, such as a late leveler, stoppage time leveler for his first goal in pro football. 10 grand a week is very fair, isn't it, really? Let's be honest, for both parties. So, yeah, we gave Antonio a contract extension, and heading into the final away day this season, how does he mark it? Well, he shows everyone why he's worth more than 10 grand a week, in my opinion. 15 minutes into the game, he gets yet another assist as he chases the assist title, offloads to Luis Javier Suarez. Now, number 9 gets goal number 22 this season. I would wager... Now, I might be wrong about this, but I would wager that I would probably say two-thirds, 66% of his assists this season have come to Luis Suarez. Like, when you think of all the assists he's got this year, yes, he's offloaded the ball to a few other players, such as Rashina for a game winner in the game against Celta Vigo, for example, but I would say two-thirds of his assists, 66%, or possibly higher, have gone directly to Luis Suarez. I love it. The combination these two have are amazing. Our best creator and our best goal scorer linking up once again. So we led against Betis in the final away day of the season. Goncalo Ramos would get them back in the game and make it 1-1. So we're tied at the break. It's 1-1, but heading into the second half here, I really wanted a return to winning ways here on the back of back-to-back losses, but 56 minutes in, well, Vitinha and Ramos, the Portuguese duo, were absolutely tearing me apart. Betis are going to qualify for the Champions League for next season after a great season one of this save, and I could see why. Vitinha, one of the best young midfielders in the game, and Goncalo Ramos, one of the best forwards in the game, young forwards I should say, absolutely tearing me apart. But whilst you would have seen the same players get the assists and the goals for the Real Betis too, it was the same for Granada. I love it. It was Batman and Robin for both teams in this game. Vitinha and Villar, the Robin to Suarez and Ramos's Batman for both teams. I absolutely love it. Goncalo Ramos and Luis Javier Suarez bad braces each, but their sidekicks also got the assists as well. How class was that, man? It was brilliant. Absolutely amazing. These are two incredible young Portuguese talents in the game, by the way. Vitinha from Porto and Ramos from Benfica. And as for us, Luis Javier bagging another 2, and Antonio, the wonderkid, has now surely won the assist title with a game to spare. But even so, heading into the final game on the back of the draw there, it was a really anticlimactic final day. Real had already won the title. The top 4 was decided. Seville had got 5th place locked up. Bilbao and Atletico Madrid are guaranteed 6th and 7th. The only thing that was dramatic was the bottom 3. We already know that Vallecano were relegated, but on the final day, Osasuna were out by a point, but Mallorca and Deportivo Alaves were only a point behind. So kind of an anticlimactic final day, especially the top half of the table. The only thing to be decided was who was going down, and out of those 3 teams, who would be the lucky one to stay up. So heading into the final day, we did see one of our youth players wanted a pro deal. That was Lucas Moyano. I did decide to give him one, and he's a young striker, 60 overall, shows great potential, and you would have seen as well. Oh, I tell you what, I'm loving the youth players coming out of the Academy of Granada, man. He's got a solid player trait. How rare is it to find a youth player with a trait He's got one, and it's my favourite one as well. Solid player trait. That's brilliant. I tell you, all three of the youth players that come out of the academy so far, Antonio Villar, well, do I need to say more? Winning the assist title in Season 1 and being absolutely incredible. Calderon looks really decent as well for the long-term future, and now I've got a solid player striker. I'm loving this, I really am. This Granada academy is very selective, but the three players that come out of the academy so far all have roles to play in this first team as the years go by, I'm sure. But the final game of the season was going to be at home, and it ended up being the most ironic result of the season. 0-0. Against Espanyol, 0-0. Only our third goal scorer of the season, and, you know, for a team that have scored a lot of goals this year, but have conceded more than anyone else in the campaign, 0-0. Wasn't really fitting of the season, but hey, I'll take it. Back-to-back games without a loss on the back of back-to-back draws, and yes, it's no wins in our last four to end the season. Bit of a disappointing run to end the campaign off. I'm not too disappointed whatsoever, because as you'll see the final league table here, Real Madrid were indeed crowned champions. Barca runners up with Sociedad and Betis going into the Champions League next year. Sevilla are back in the Europa League, put your money on them winning it next year, and Bilbao joining them. Athletic Madrid going to the Europa Conference League. Granada's draw on the final day did ensure that we do finish in 10th place, and I will take it. Yeah, a 10th place finish in Season 1, 2 clear of Espanyol. Really congested though, like really congested. We were only 6 points clear of Elche in 15th place, and on the final day, you would have seen it as well, Mallorca got the win away against Osasuna to relegate them alongside Deportivo Alaves as well. Mallorca are staying up. Osasuna, Alaves and Rayo Vallecano are down to the second division. Karim Benzema did win the Golden Boot, and of course, unsurprisingly, the wonder kid did win the assist title in Season 1. He didn't even play half the games in the season. 14 assists in 18 games. Let me say that again. 14 assists in 18 games. Well, if that's what he can do in half a season, what can he do over a full season? Well, I'm excited to find out next year. As for the second division, Eibar and Valladolid are up to La Liga for next season. Almeria, Leganes, Girona and Real Zaragoza are heading into the playoffs this season. I'll be honest, whilst they did dump us out of the cup, I kind of wish Malaga were going up for next season, man. Because yes, they knocked us out in the Copa del Rey in the last 32. Embarrassingly, my own player on loan at them scored the winner. I'd love to have an Andalusia derby against them next season, home and away. But it was Sevilla who won the Copa del Rey this year, beating Real Madrid, Julian Lopetegui getting his revenge. But for the season, I would call it a successful one. We were asked to finish in mid-table, we did that. Top 10 finish, yes, the cup was a failure, but in the league, I'm more than happy with it. For a long time, as Spurs won the Europa Conference League, beating Slavia Prague, it was likely we were going to be, you know, in a relegation scrap for the whole season. But a great run of form that saw us go, I think it was 6 or possibly 7 games as Leverkusen won the Europa League without a defeat. That saw us propel away from the bottom 3 and have a very slim, albeit very slim, outside shot of European football. Speaking of European football, Bayern Munich were Champions League winners this year, and Manchester City's wait goes on. But even so, I'm calling this a successful Season 1, man. I really, really am. We laid down the groundwork in the first transfer window. We sold loads of our aging players. We sold loads of our veterans. Yes, we bought in one in Pepe Reina, which you know I love. I think it helped Maximiano perform better, personally. You know, I call it a successful first season, you know. Brought in some really good young talent. You see Centellas has grown 4 ratings. You'll see that Jerome has grown 3. Catania's grown a couple to 77 overall as well. Sugawara, I believe, is now 79 overall, growing 4 ratings too. We brought in some really solid young talent for Season 1. And of course, you've got a couple of great youngsters out of the academy. Calderon already looks pretty decent. And of course, need I say more about the assist title winner, Antonio Villar. For a first season with Granada, where for a long time it was looking likely would finish, you know, only just outside the relegation spots, to finish in the top 10, yeah, I'm taking that. I know no wins in our last 4 is quite disappointing, but we weren't supposed to finish in the European place. That was a pipe dream. The fact we got a top 10 finish, I would have taken 12 at the start of the season. 12th, 13th, yeah, that'll do me fine. But 10th, top 10, yeah, to me that's a really solid first season. And of course, the biggest positives, again, were what happened in the transfer window and over the course of the season. Replacing those veterans, bringing in some young talent, all of which developed really, really nicely. I have to say, the individual best performers this year, though, no doubt about it, our top scorer, Luis Suarez, with 23 goals in La Liga, and the assist title winner, Antonio Villar. They're the dynamic duo of this team, and there's no doubt about it, they're only getting better as well. I can't wait to see how they get on next season too. So, for a first season, I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Yes, it wasn't the dream of European football. Yes, we were the worst defensive team in the division. No one can deny that. We got absolutely torn apart game after game, but I think there were a lot more positives than negatives, and a 10th place finish is more than good enough for me with this young, developing Granada team where the future is very exciting indeed. But that will end today's episode of La Liga Crema, guys. Big thank you for watching the season finale and the whole of season 1. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode, the start of season 2, with the transfer window opening and our second season beginning with Granada very soon.